I'd rather stick pins in my eyes.
Well, wouldn't that be awfully uncomfortable?
Evaporate, tall person!
High School Musical, the mid-2000s obsession that took over a generation, featuring classic songs like What I've Been Looking For, Bop to the Top, Breaking Free, and of course, who could forget the iconic We're All in This Together. Yeah, I've never seen the movie. When it first came out, I was like 6 or 7 and nowhere near high school. It seemed more of a girl's thing than a guy thing, so I didn't pay any sound of mine. But the film turns 20 this year, so I thought I'd give it a watch for the first time and make a little review on it. This is the first time I've done a video like this where I type a script out and talk about a movie, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. If you like what you see today, leave a like, comment, share, all the things, man. Let's get into this. Oh, by the way, my name is David. We start the film on New Year's Eve at some kind of ski resort featuring all kinds of kids, including Riley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Here we're introduced to Gabriella, doing her norms of being the classic nerd stereotype. Then we cut to Troy, the basketball boy, shooting hoops with his father instead of celebrating New Year's.
We really fly all this way to play more basketball?
Yeah.
What a wacky bunch of people, huh? It then cuts to the two leads being forced on stage to do forced karaoke, because that's always fun. Whoa, you can sing? Also, the scene feels a little weird just because, one, they didn't get to pick the song, so they just have to assume they both know the song, which is weird to me, but hey, it's a Disney movie, you gotta make the plot somewhere. They're both hesitant at first, but they really come together and really feel a vibe going on. Yeah, you feel that? I think there's a connection between us, baby. Who the fuck are you? And our two leads finally meet up.
Troy.
We then cut to these two lovebirds exchanging information on their Y2K ass phones as fireworks are going off right in front of them. Really enjoyed New Year's, huh? We then cut to 1 week later. We cut to their high school, East High. It's here where we meet the boys basketball team and Troy's so-called best friend, Chad. Also, watching it, Corbin Blue's portrayal of the character is really weird. He's just saying random nonsense at just all times.
You know, she probably spent the holidays what she always does. How's that? Shopping for mirrors.
Oh! We then cut to all 12 of our recurring characters in the same drama class where they all inexplicably get detention for being on their phones. Because when I was in high school, we were allowed to use our phones very religiously. Like, in math class, they'd let us use it because why not? You want to solve the problem, you gotta use a calculator. And oh, look, there's a calculator on my phone. Let me go off on a tangent here. Do you remember in high school when they said you need to learn math, like basically because you won't have a calculator on you at all times? There's literally one on my watch. There's literally a freaking calculator on my watch. What? And our star-crossed lovers meet yet again.
I don't
Believe it. Either. But how?
Oh, my mom's company transferred her here to Albuquerque.
This is not how real people talk. This is not how real people interact. We then cut to our movie's antagonist, Sharpie, signing up for auditions for the High School Musical. There it is! There it is! There it is! They said it! They said it!
When's the big game?
2 weeks.
You are so dedicated. Just like me.
I don't know why, but I got the sinking suspicion that Sharpay wants to fuck Troy. We then cut to an actual full musical part of the movie where they sing, but it's not canon to the actual story, which is kind of weird. Earlier, Troy said to Gabriella, you can't tell the guys that I sing. They're gonna think I'm some kind of weirdo. What is this? But literally in the next scene over, he's singing with the boys on beat while they're dribbling their balls. Pause. So I guess my question in my head is this actually happening or is this Troy just imagining this all in his head? Hey, pick up those balls, you hooligans! We also get Sharpay and her brother Ryan having a sneaking suspicion about her. And also, I have a little side note. So before I saw this movie, I always assumed that Sharpay and the guy in the fedora, Ryan, I thought they were like a couple. I thought they were like dating, like canon to the movie. I don't know why I thought that. I kind of thought they were either one, in a relationship, or two, Ryan's gay. We then cut to the theater, meaning he's literally doxing a child, but I don't think anything. Holy shit! Why did so much pop up? If you look up my full name on Google, you're gonna get like 5 different images of 5 different dudes that don't look anything like me. And the Devils find out that Gabriella is a nerd. Oh my god, she's a nerd? Oh my god, she's a nerd that likes to sing? What? We then cut to the students who got detention where they're being forced to set up the musical, which seems like a cruel and unusual punishment. When I was in high school, when I got detention, they just let us sit down and do our homework. It was honestly pretty chill. Doing this is child labor. You can't make them do this. Get out of here. Oh, I also get this scene where the dad comes in and just barges in asking where his son is.
Darvis? What the heck are those two doing in a tree?
Kissing.
We then cut to Troy and Gabriella trying to book it to the auditions in this labyrinth of a school. Okay, I get it that Troy's a basketball player, so he's like fast or whatever, but there's no way that he booked it all the way across this long corridor without that guy around the corner seeing him. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, okay? We cut to the auditions and see all these other background characters performing.
It's hard to believe that I couldn't see that you were always right beside me.
Deadass me at karaoke. Also, there was this one chick that was performing and she was just giving off just total Artemis vibes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like the way she was singing, but she's got that aura about her, man. Like, I can't explain it.
Well, that was just very disturbing. Go see a counselor.
Okay, that actually made me laugh. We then cut to Sharpay and Ryan singing their song, What I've Been Looking For, which, by the way, I have saved in my music library, so I don't really know. Oh! That's why I thought they were a couple. So I heard the song before putting two and two together, so I just assumed it was like a love song that they were performing for each other, but they aren't together. So that makes it more weird that they're singing it. I guess it's for the play, but like, still weird. It's just that the song implies that you found your soulmate, but that's your brother? Ew!
Free period is now over.
She has an amazing voice.
Perhaps the next musicale.
If this lady doesn't start saying musical right, I might actually bite her head off. Troy and Gabriella then performed while like the auditions were clearly over, but the theater lady saw them anyway and decided that they're gonna get a callback. The callbacks were then posted in the middle of the school for all to see.
What's wrong?
Oh no, the boys found out their best boy can sing. We then cut to the next song, Stick to the Status Quo, which is basically just everyone saying you should stick to your norms and not do anything creative, which sounds just really dumb to me. Like, I'm only supposed to be good at one thing, basketball. I can't play video games, I can't draw, I can't make wacky YouTube videos. That just seems peculiar. Here in the song, we learned that one of the basketball players likes to bake, one of the nerds likes to listen to hip hop music. Why is that such a bad thing? Can you not listen to music if you're a nerd? That doesn't make sense. Just let the girl dance, God. And then one of the skater boys is really into cello or something. My only guess to why they're not like, you know, more open about their hidden talents is because there's not like a bake club or like a dance club or a band? You're telling me Skater Boy couldn't do band? He's literally a skater boy. He said, see you later, boy. I don't know the rest of the song. There's also a scene where like Sharpay like screams and I just only hear Candace from Phineas and Ferb screaming. We also got to the gym teacher just like barging into the boys' locker room, seeing all these naked minors, which is just totally not cool, okay? Let me just say that now. There's also a scene where Gabriella is just talking about the person inside of her, which sounds like a code of being gay. Maybe I misinterpreted that, but it was just really weird when I heard her say it.
Did you ever feel like there's this whole other person inside of you just looking for a way to come out?
Not really, no.
There's also a scene of Troy and his dad playing basketball saying how you're my boy, I need to love and respect you. I love you, Dad. Oh, I love you too, boy. But then I realized later that that's their house. And then I think for a second, how the hell did they afford this mansion on a teacher's salary? The mom must be like selling crypto or something, because how the freak, oh, I almost swore. How the freak are you supposed to afford a house like that on a teacher's salary? There's also these clips of Troy and Gabriella singing in public place, because I guess the acoustics are really good or whatever. But there's this scene where Sharpay comes in the bathroom because she wants to see you singing, and then it just cuts to her gone But then when Sharpay leaves the bathroom, she was like literally around the corner so where the camera can see her. But from the perspective of Sharpay, she should have been able to see her. What, did she hop in a trash can? There's also a scene where Gabriella comes in on Troy practicing basketball when he missed entire practice. And his dad just barges in and just like cock blocks him. But the way the scene was portrayed seemed very, like, not what I think they were going for. He was just all like, hey, you shouldn't be here. Troy's like, her name is Gabriella, okay? She's my friend. We then finally get to one of the biggest conflicts of the movie, of the friends wanting them to break up so initially they can focus more on their individual quirks. So they plan a coup to break them up initially. The boys get Troy alone so he could talk shit about Gabriella and how he doesn't really care about her, while the nerds play a live feed video of what he's saying so she sees it and gets upset. Which is just crazy to me because, one, they use straight footage from like the actual camera so it looks super high def, better than this YouTube video I feel like, and just makes it seem so unbelievable because the layout of the computer looks so bad. I don't know, maybe I'm old. It then cuts to another song where Gabriella's singing, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to go pee during this part, so I didn't even know what happened. But then when I went back to look at it, there's just a scene where she's like feeling up against a wall. There's just this giant poster of the boys basketball team and then just a giant head of Troy. And I'm just thinking to myself, why is this here? What? Who commissioned this for the whole boys basketball? Do they do this every year? Posters are not cheap. You cannot just go out and make a poster like this every year for the boys basketball team. Also, I'm just picturing in my mind, what did they do with this poster after it was over? I feel like they gave it away to like a little girl so she could like put giant Troy Bolton on her wall. Can you imagine that? There's just a giant Troy back here. Oh, I love you so much, Troy Bolton. Oh, I love you so much. But eventually Troy's had enough. He goes to her house, which I'm wondering, one, how did he get her address? Two, how dare he pulls up to someone else's house uninvited? That is, ooh, that's a red flag right there. I don't care who you are.
Turn around.
Oh my God, how did he get on the balcony? Run! So Troy and Gabriella make amends and agree to keep doing their audition together. It then cuts to a montage of the two practicing audition while the friends are supporting them all the way. Flying. Which feels weird to me still because this is the audition. This isn't even for the actual musical. So imagine what'll happen when the actual musical happens. Can't wait. But this movie can't be perfect. No, we have to have another conflict happen. So we get Sharpay and Ryan to push the callbacks to the same day as the big sports game and the math competition. Oh no! The gang sees that the auditions got pushed back and just really want their friends to do good. So they come up with a little scheme. Yes, a little evil scheme, of course. I say that, but genuinely, I think this was an evil thing to do. I'll get to that later. But it cuts to the day of the auditions and the game and the competition and prom! We then get clips of Sharpay and Ryan doing their auditions for Bop to the Top.
Mucho gusto.
Ay, qué fabulosa!
Oh no, my Spanish is slipping out. Ay, muy caliente. Arriba! I can't think of any other Spanish words. But it cuts back to the main gang putting their plan into action. The nerds hacked the mainframe and cut the power to the gymnasium. Wow, they also mustard gassed everyone at the competition. When I saw that, I genuinely thought, this is an act of terrorism. I don't care who you are. You cut off the power and then smoke bombed everyone in a room. That's evil. I don't care who you are, that's evil. We then go to Troy and Gabriella making it to the audition, but it's way too late. The auditions are over. But the entire school pulls into the play and the drama teacher's like, well, I guess we gotta give them a show. Although that seemed a little mean though. There was like no one in there for Sharpay and Ryan's performance, but a huge group pulls in for Troy and Gabriella and you're like, oh, let's do it then. Let's do it for them. And then they have this little moment where Gabriella's like, I can't sing in front of people. Girl, you literally sang in front of an entire party of strangers you didn't know. It's high school, I get there's an audience and all that, but you should be over your stage. Why did you want to do this? Why did you want to do this if you couldn't sing in front of people? Did you do it for the boy? Did you do this because you were trying to get that Troy trap? Despicable. But she gets over her stage fright in like 5 seconds and then they perform the song. And this scene really feels like one of those like endings to like an animated movie where like everyone's dancing, everyone's grooving, even the bad guys in the back snapping. Because even like the drama teacher's dancing, throwing away the clipboard, and I think like one of the judges or whatever is like really getting into it. Then it cuts back to the gymnasium where the basketball game happens and the Bobcats win the game by literally 1 point. Then we have this long shot of like everyone wrapping up their own individual stories, but it doesn't let Gabriella kiss Troy because God forbid we have children kissing on national television. Oh man, that'd be disgusting. I shouldn't say that. That sounds bad. That sounds evil. The movie ends with their final and best song, We're All in This Together, where everyone's getting into it and really encompassing the feel of what it feels like to be in high school. Yeah! What the hell is Ryan doing? You go, white boy, you go! And the movie just pretty much ends. After watching it for the first time, I just gotta ask, where's the actual musical? You see him like setting up the stage and performing and auditioning, but when's the actual musical? It's called High School Musical, and I saw not one musical. It's just pretty much the whole film was just Troy and Gabriella feeling pressure for the auditions, but not actually the play. Like, I could see everyone caring much more if it wasn't a callback, it's for the actual like play, but it just didn't seem that important anymore when it was just for the callback. But this seemed like a really safe Disney movie, you know, trying to get kids into dancing and singing and just having a good time, really. I looked up the budget for this movie and it cost like $4 million to produce. Because one, I feel like they had to rent out the school because it was an actual school with actual students that weren't actors or anything. And I feel like the rest just went to the choreography and just camera work and all that. They ate up with that choreography at that last number, I'm not gonna lie. The director for the film, Kenny Ortega, he also did like the choreography for the entire movie, which is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. He also choreographed for Michael Jackson. I don't know what, I just read that online, don't sue me. I feel like my biggest gripe with the movie though is the pacing. Like there's just a bunch of like nothing happening for most of it. I was just getting drowsy at some clips of them just talking and not just like doing anything. This could have been like an hour-long like Disney movie if they cut out most of the filler. I also read online that Zac Efron did not like sing any of his parts. I mean, he was dubbing over it. He did okay. And of course, everyone in the movie was like dubbing over lines. That's just what you do in like a musical production. But it really shows in some scenes. Also, the other thing that I didn't really like is the sticking to your norms aspect of the movie. Not a good subplot. I mean, of course, like doing sports and theater, that's like a whole jumbled bag. But then I'm thinking about the 3 quirky kids that like the basketball that liked baking and the nerd that liked hip hop and the cello skater. Like, why is that such a big thing? They just have their own thing that they like to do. You can't have multiple things. When I was in high school, I did like a bunch of different things. I did math club, I did drama, I did choir, I tried out for cheerleading. I didn't get it because I was a guy. All in all, I just had a fun time making new friends and just trying to learn something different. I feel like they got there eventually at the end of we all may be different, but we're all still friends. Huh? But really, I feel like the hype of the movie came from the actual songs, because I'm not gonna lie, they are bangers, but the actual plot of the movie is pretty dog water. I did hear that the sequel, High School Musical 2, is far superior in every way, just better songs, just better direction, and the plot's just okay. I didn't hear anything great about it. So I could give it a watch, depending on how good this video does, if you guys liked what you see. But this was my first video essay. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And please like and share and comment and all that and tell me how I did. I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey, Troy, can we do a little bit of role playing tonight? Can I be the ball this time and you be the basket? Oh, I love you, Toy Button. I love you, Toy Button. I love you.